everybody! Welcome to Yarn of a Kind. My name is Alicia and this is my first video for this YouTube channel. I used to crochet a long time ago and I recently picked it up again since last September. So I'm going to show the projects that I've made so far in the past 3 to 4 months, and I will also talk about my 2024 goal for the year. So if that sounds like something interesting, watch on. So like I said, I used to crochet a long time ago. I learned it when I was in undergraduate, so that's a good 10 years ago. I used to do like little amigurumi projects, but I didn't have a lot of knowledge about crocheting at the time. Like, I didn't know about the different kinds of yarn, I didn't know about things like safety eyes, so it was really simple. I'll put up some pictures of the projects that I made in the past. And yeah, so that was way back when. Now, what made me pick up crochet again is that my husband and I moved from Malaysia to Oxford. Oxford is much colder than Malaysia, and I needed to get a lot of warm clothing, and I think it was in that process that I thought to myself I would start crocheting some wearable items. And this is something that I had never done before in Malaysia, because Malaysia is just so warm and you don't really wear, I mean, I didn't really wear things like that over there. But anyway, the first thing that I crocheted was this beautiful Kiah Cardigan. I saw this pattern along with a video tutorial when I was looking for a cardigan, and then I just really love this one. I used acrylic yarn for this project, so it didn't turn out as soft as I thought it would, and I think maybe I wasn't using the yarn of the correct weight, so it also turned out smaller than expected. I fiddled around with the sizes, and then it just came out really bulky. Like, it's nicely done, like it's nicely crocheted together, but I think that it could have been so much better if I had kind of just stuck to the pattern rather than experimenting with it on my own when I really didn't know what I was doing, because this was my first crocheted cardigan. So here, so this is what it's like when I put it on, and you can see that like it's really squarish and bulky. It keeps me warm in cold weather. I think I experimented in like 6 degrees Celsius weather, and it keeps me really nice and toasty, but it's I don't know, it doesn't flow as nicely as I would have liked it to. So if I make another cardigan, I think I would probably use a different type of yarn, definitely not acrylic. And that was the first project that I made. It took me like a good 40 days to complete this project. I think because in between I got really tired of it because it was taking so long, and then I took a break and worked on something else, which I'll show you, and then I came back to this after on. But I'm really proud of this because I persevered. It was my first time making something that I could wear, and I'm really proud of myself for being able to finish this project, and my husband was definitely really proud of me too. I really like the ribbing here, and then the sedge stitch. I showed this to my manager. I work in a library, and there are a lot of people in the library who crochet as well, or knit, and I showed this to my manager, who is a knitter, and she said, oh, that's a really pretty stitch, and I said, yeah, it is a really pretty stitch. Oh, and this is called the sedge stitch. So that was my first ever wearable project. And then I'm going to show you something that goes with this, but before that, this is what I crocheted when I got bored of my cardigan project. This is a scarf for my husband, and he is super sweet because he said that this was going to be too precious to wear, but of course I told him that you should wear it because I made it for you, and I told him that I'll just like crochet him another one if he loses it, because he tends to lose things. Like, he takes really good care of it, and he really loves the scarf. This was also made with acrylic yarn, but somehow I think it's maybe like, I don't know, a softer yarn for some reason. One thing that I would have done differently with this scarf is I would have made it longer. It turned out shorter than I would have liked it to, but that's because, I don't know, I think it was just in the beginning stages of getting started with crocheting wearable items, and I got really impatient with them. So I don't know, I think I just need to be more patient, and that will make the final product turn out a lot better. But this is a, I don't know, it's a pretty solid scarf. I'm gonna link the creators and credit them below. There's usually like a video tutorial that I follow on YouTube, so I'm gonna link those down in the description box below, and if you're interested in making any of these items, you can just go click and give those creators a like and subscribe. The third thing that I made was this beanie, and that's because I bought, I think, 5 skeins of this yarn, and then I had lots of it left over from this cardigan project. So I wanted to crochet like a matching beanie. I thought that would be really cute. So I found this beanie pattern online. This is not the same exact stitch. It's called the spiked stitch. It's a mouthful. It goes really well with the cardigan that I made. So I feel really cute when I wear this set out together. I think making this beanie took me maybe 10 days. I can't remember quite. Oh no, wait. Maybe it didn't take me 10 days. Let me check. Yeah, this beanie did take me 10 days to make. One thing about this beanie is that at the top, it bunches up like that. And some people are just not a fan of this bunch top. I was really happy with it. I thought it actually looked really cute because it's like, I don't know, I really like my beanie. So all of this took me until maybe up to early December of 2023, and then at the end of December my husband and I were going on a trip to Scandinavia, and it was going to be really, really cold. Like, Oxford is cold-ish. Scandinavia, I had looked it up on the internet and researched what temperature it was going to be during winter at the end of December, and it was going to be negative 18 degrees Celsius. And of course, I wanted to crochet something that I could wear there. And I had crocheted my husband a scarf, but I hadn't crocheted myself a scarf yet, and I refused to buy a scarf because I could crochet one. But this is the scarf that I eventually crocheted. This was my first time using variegated yarn. I have been watching a lot of crochet YouTubers and doing a lot of yarn shopping online. So I would look at these like variegated skeins, and it just looks so pretty. Like the colors of variegated yarn, I just can't. They are so pretty. But this was one of the skeins that I picked up, and this is Emu Funfair Swirl yarn, and the colors just are so pretty. This is what the scarf looks like on me. It's an infinity scarf concept, but it's not quite long to wrap around my head twice. So it kind of just drapes on my shoulders, which I'm perfectly happy with. I love it so much that I have not worn it outdoors. I just kept it indoors, and it's just really precious to me. After the scarf, the next project that I picked up is this bunny. It's it doesn't have a name, it's just a cute bunny. It's by Mahum Crochet. The bunny is in pieces. This is the little bunny head with the little bunny ears. Body. These are the arms. These are the arms. Here's the little bunny feet. And the reason why all of these pieces are not sewn together is because I didn't have the stuffing or the filling. I kind of just started crocheting this amigurumi on a whim, and I didn't have all the tools, all the materials that I needed to complete it, so it's just been sitting around. Yesterday, I finally got around to going to the nearest hobby and craft store. I bought the stuffing. So this is a bag of, it's a 200-gram bag of stuffing, and I'm gonna stuff that baby up, and then I still need to get safety eyes for the bunny, so it doesn't have any eyes. So right after finishing the bunny pieces, I immediately moved on to using my next skein of variegated yarn, and this is what I'm creating. It's a sweater. This is the Everygirl Sweater by, oh gosh, I can't remember who it's by, I'm so sorry, but I will link the tutorial in the description box below. I am creating both panels at the same time. I tried to follow the advice of finding two skeins of yarn that started with the same color, but they did start with the same color but at different points, because this yarn, there's two colors but in 4 different variations. So there's the white and yellow part, there's the part where it's solid yellow, and there's the part where it's solid brown, and then there's white and brown. So it's 4 variations. So I picked 2 different skeins that both started with yellow, but they turned out to be different lengths. So anyway, the front and the back panel are not going to be the same color. It won't look like seamless. It's gonna be a little bit incoherent, but we're okay with that. So my yarn is in shambles. That's my next project, and I'm really excited to be making that sweater. I also wanted to share with you my 2024 goal for the year. My goal for 2024 is to create 1 amigurumi a week, and that's going to take me to about 50 amigurumi by the end of 2024. So that's gonna be a really fun little project, and if you want to join along my amigurumi creation journey, just be sure to hit the subscribe button and follow along. But within that larger goal of creating an amigurumi a week, it's because I have little goals that fall under that big goal. So the first little goal is that I want to try out new yarns, because all along I've been just creating with acrylic yarn, and I just really want to branch out and try different types of yarn and just expose myself to more of a variety. And oh, the reason why I always buy acrylic yarn is because it's the cheapest. And I think after creating my wearable garments, I just realized that if I want to create really quality items, I do need to invest a little bit more money on yarn. It's really expensive, but maybe it's worth it. I don't know. We'll see. So stay tuned as I try out different types of yarn. And I also want to try out new patterns, and that's because I've been following so many different crochet YouTubers and designers, and there are so many beautiful, cute free patterns out there, and I'm just itching to try them out. And I don't intend to sell my amigurumi, and that's because it's complicated in the UK, I think, but I think I might give them away as presents to people that I know. So that's gonna be fun to cheer out somebody's day with an amigurumi. And the third sub-goal is that I want to try out different skills and techniques of crocheting, because I know like the basics, and I try out different stitches like stitch stitch, and the spike stitch stitch were new to me. But I think I want to try out different things like color changing. That's something that I haven't tried before. And I think sewing facial features of amigurumi might be an interesting new skill to learn as well. It's gonna be a fun journey throughout the year, and I am going to have to be really diligent about editing videos as well. So that's going to be fun. I have already picked out the yarn that I'm going to be using for my next project. It's Flutterbee, or is it Flutterby? Who knows? English is a funny language. You guys are going to see what it is when I have finished with it, but I'm excited to try this yarn. It's 100% polyester, so that's entirely new to me, and I've never tried this yarn, obviously, but it just feels really soft. I mean, compared to my usual acrylic yarn, it's like a cloud. I might crochet a cloud at some point. But this yarn is set aside, is set apart for something really cute, and I'm excited to show you guys what it is. So stay tuned to find out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!